guys, welcome back to my channel, My Heart at Home. Today I'm talking to you guys about my breastfeeding journey and the top 5 things that have helped to make it successful so far. I am not claiming to be a professional. I'm not a board certified lactation consultant. This is just what's helped me along the way and helped us to be successful so far. So with that, number 1 for me, the most important, I cannot stress this enough, is your support team. I highly recommend getting in touch with a board certified lactation consultant before you have your baby, especially if breastfeeding is really important to you and you want to have a great breastfeeding journey from the start. One of the things that I found when I was pregnant with my first, or when I had my first, was that it's really hard to get in touch with a lactation consultant when you need them if you haven't reached out previously. Especially when you have time-sensitive concerns and needs, it's really hard to get someone to get back to you in the time frame that you need. So I highly recommend having those lines of communication open prior to you having the baby so that when the time comes that you need them, they're there for you and you know how to get in touch with them. I would recommend reaching out to a local midwife or doula and asking them if they are board certified lactation consultants and if they would be willing to work with you. And if they're not, if they are not able to, or they just don't have room to do that, then they will definitely have resources for you available and be able to get you in touch with someone that can help you. So that's my recommendation. Number 1 most important thing for a successful breastfeeding journey. So number 2 is, do not feel bad for asking for some alone time after the baby is born. This was something that was really difficult for me with the first baby, and I've gotten much better at it second time around. But that really hurt my breastfeeding journey. I really felt like I couldn't tell people no when they wanted to come visit. I had a lot of visitors in the hospital, a lot of visitors at home within those first weeks. Went to all the family functions and get-togethers. Always felt like if one grandparent saw the baby, the other one had to see the baby. And so that just really made things very stressful and put too much unnecessary stress and friction on me and my baby, especially in those first few months of breastfeeding. And so I just want to encourage you mamas, do not feel bad for telling people to give you guys some time and some space. The people that love you and that support you will totally understand. They will support you and they will still love you. And the people that get offended by that, that's not your problem. And so don't feel bad, girlfriend. Tell them that you need some time and some space, and know that you're doing what's best for you and your baby, and for your breastfeeding journey. For me, I was really uncomfortable breastfeeding in front of other people, especially when I was a first-time mom, because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't want everyone else to know that I didn't know what I was doing. I was also really modest, which I still am, but I just not in terms of breastfeeding anymore. But I was really modest, and so I would get so uncomfortable with trying to latch him underneath the cover, and his latch was not great, and so we always had to work at that. So it just caused way too much stress, and I found that I was avoiding feeding him when we were around family or around friends or around people in general. And so that just killed my supply. And then also my poor baby was starving, and then by the time he did eat, he was starving, so the latch did not go easily or well. So my recommendation is go at your own pace. If you need time to figure out breastfeeding and it is challenging for you, then take your time, give yourself grace, stay at home as long as you need, and tell the family that you'll see them when you get better at breastfeeding, and don't feel guilty about that. So number 3 is all things breastfeeding support, all the things. So there are some products that I absolutely love and that I just could not live without. One of them being my breastfeeding pillow. We use the BOPPY pillow. I know that there's other brands that people love and rave about, but this is just the one that we use. And anything that I talk about, I'll link in the description below so that you guys know where you can find them at. But so I love my BOPPY pillow. I also use my nursing cover, which I use the milk snob cover. Someone's awake. I use the milk snob cover, which I really like. It's really breathable, lightweight material. It also doubles as a car seat canopy, so that's really nice. And so that's what I like. They have cute designs and whatnot, and that really helped in the beginning. And then also, I have some supply boosters that I swear by, you guys. I take them every day. I've accidentally skipped them one time and it totally killed my supply. Didn't realize how much I really do depend on them. And I cannot recommend them enough. And so that's from a company called Legendary Milk. The ones that I use are the Lactivist and Pump Princess. I've tried some of their other ones, and that's just the blend that I like the most. So, can you say hi? Hi, yeah, we're talking about you. So anyways, number 4 is having a comfortable nursing spot in your home. I'm in mine right now. Mine's in the living room. That's where we spend the most time as a family. It just isn't really realistic for me to have it set up in the nursery because Levi would rip my house apart if I was in the nursery as often as I breastfeed. So mine's in the living room. I can pretty much see everything around me, and it's really comfortable and cute. And so that I have found really helps with your nursing journey if you enjoy where you're sitting most of the time to nurse, because nursing takes a lot of time, especially in those first few weeks. This is my nursing spot in my home. Like I said, it's in my living room. I tried to make it cute and functional for now while I'm nursing, but then also a space that I can continue to have when I'm finished nursing. I got this awesome, super comfortable glider from Amazon. I will link that below in the description. And then just also tried to put some pieces that are functional in the space as well. And then the final thing that is important, and one of the most important things, is just to remember that everybody's nursing journey is different. Your nursing journey is going to be different than anyone else's around you. Don't compare yourself or your journey to other people's, because that is a sure way to stress you out and make you feel like you're not doing things right, or that your body is failing, or that your baby doesn't know what they're doing. And so let go of all of those things, let go of those thoughts, and just remember that it's great to have support and to have other people that can support your decision and cheer you on, but your journey is going to be different than others. For example, I have a baby both of my boys are frequent feeders. So he's 5 months old, and he eats every 45 minutes to an hour. The longest stretch we've gone, I think, was like 2.5 hours because he was sleeping, taking a nap. But during the day, he eats about every 45 minutes to an hour. And I have friends that feed every 2 to 3 hours, sometimes every 4 hours. And if I were comparing myself to them, I would start to think, and sometimes I do, and sometimes start to think, I'm not producing enough, or my body isn't doing it right, and maybe something's wrong with me. But the truth is just that everyone's body is different, everyone's milk supply is different, and milk production is different. And so just remember that, and don't compare yourself to anyone else or your journey to anyone else. And we wish you all of the breastfeeding success. I hope that you all meet your goals, your breastfeeding goals. And if you don't, have some grace with yourself. That's okay. What matters is that you have a healthy baby that's growing. So I hope that you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I will link, like I said, all the products that I talked about in the description so you can find them there. And we'll see you guys next time.